What's up, everybody? Welcome once again to another episode of Blockbuster Mentality. Having an exciting one here with Eduardo Franco. He was in the movie Booksmart, and he's in the upcoming season of Stranger Things, Volume 4, or Season 4, I guess you'd call it. Volume 1 drops May 27th, 2022. He talks about his character, about Stranger Things. Didn't have much time with him, but we did get to talk about Terminator 2 Judgment Day. He's very passionate about it. He's an entertaining dude. I had a lot of fun talking with him and hope to have him on again to talk more movies because, again, loved his passion. You can follow us on Twitter at BlockbusterCast, on Instagram at Blockbuster Mentality. Make sure you rank and review us on iTunes. Give us that 5-star review. We've been climbing those charts, so continue to help us to do so. All right, here is my conversation with Eduardo Franco.
You sound great, man. I'm Eduardo.
I'm Ben. I thought you were big, stupid, fat, booty-ass bitch.
Yeah, that's my phone's name. Does it come up as that?
It sure does.
That's great.
So you're in, where are you now? Are you California guy?
Yeah, I live in California. I'm at home right now with my dogs. I'm looking at. So if you hear the noises, it's a pug. So
I love it. I constantly.
So she's making noises. Yeah.
Our audience is used to my animals, my kids, coming in and making noise. So it's a common theme of this show. So yeah, no worries.
Okay.
What kind of dogs did you say you had?
I got 2 pugs. One is sleeping. The other one is this girl.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name's Babette.
Babette?
And this is this is Ruby.
Babette and Ruby. Any significance behind those names?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't name them. I adopted them, and that was their names or whatever. They were like kind of old already. Ruby was 10, and then Babette was 8 when I got both of them. So like, I was like, I'm not going to change their name. Like if that's been their name from the beginning,
exactly.
I don't know, chances are the place might have gave them those names. I don't know, but I was like, I'm not going to change your name.
Yeah, why make their life harder?
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, it's fine. And also, I just think they're funny because I don't think I would ever name my dogs that, but I love the name so much. It fits them perfect. They're 2 old ladies.
It usually works out better that way because you think of a name and then you're like, do I really want that? I'm so indecisive. That's probably part of the reason I don't have any tattoos too, is because I'm so indecisive. And it's like,
dude, same here. I feel like if I would get one, then I'd see something later and I'd be like, I should have got that.
Right, exactly.
I should have got that. No, but now I wasted it. I wasted the spot on my body where I put this tattoo. Guess I got to go with the lower back now.
That's the next option. You just got it. I mean, that's the rules. If you regret it, you have to do already.
That. Do the lower back. No, but indecisive-ness, man. Yeah. Ruby and Babette sounds better than fucking Mewtwo and Megatron or something. It's way cooler.
Okay, so I can hear by those answers you're a Pokemon guy. You probably grew up in the Pokemon era.
Yeah, man.
I think everyone is still. It's because I grow out in the 90s. For me, like Pokemon was when it first came out. I think when it first came out, like I was big into it. And now it's my kids are into it. It's one of those things that have just been sticking around.
Yeah, it's just crazy, like how it blew up, man. I remember it was insane. It was like. It was so weird. It was the talk of the town. Everybody loved it. And it was like, I even like leading up to like the first movie. Remember that? The Pokemon, the first movie.
Yep.
Mewtwo Strikes Back. Yeah, dude. Like, I was me and my sister were like begging my mom and dad to like go to Burger King like every weekend just to get the big kids meal or whatever and like get the
The big
Fucking
kids meal. I forgot
the
about
toy
that.
keychain with the little Pokemon in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Burger King had like the spiciest chicken nuggets for no reason.
Yeah.
Just
It
whatever
was
seasoning they use on those chicken nuggets.
yeah.
Oh man, I could feel it like in the back of my throat still for no reason, yo.
Yeah, let's burn these big kids taste buds, early
Yeah,
on. Just let them,
yeah,
disintegrate now. Um
yeah.
I know we don't have too much time, so might as well get into Stranger Things a little bit. I know you got that coming out. It's coming out
Uh-huh.
Friday, right? The 27th, right?
Yes, yes, this
Yeah.
Friday.
That's
This Friday, man. Crazy.
I try not to ask, all the questions you've probably been asked by now, but
No worries.
I'm going to. um,
No worries, man.
actually, real quick, what's that behind you? Is you got an arcade game?
Yeah, yeah, that's the Simpsons.
Oh, tight. Is that
The
from
four
the?
player, man.
Is that the arcade one up one, or is it like a vintage one?
No, it's the OG, man. It's the
Nice.
big, big hunk of junk that takes up
Uh,
so much space. Yeah,
worth it,
it's the
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, man.
I've spent many quarters on that game. That's great. Um,
Dude, it's like when you finally own it and you can just play it all the way through, and then you realize you could just finish this game in 30 minutes if you just have unlimited lives and then it's done. You're just like, oh, okay, that
yeah,
was it. The mystery is gone. The fantasy is over. Like it's just like it's there. Every once in a while, we'll boot it up and we'll play it, but like it, dude, it's like it hurts kind of, It's like it. That was I almost preferred being on the other side of like, God, I wonder what it's like to get to the end, Because
right.
when you
Yeah,
finally get to the end, you're like, all right, no, that's it.
yeah,
Moving on.
yeah. Got nothing else to do
Yeah,
with my life.
it's
Now
so
it's all
funny.
downhill from here. So
Yeah,
but I mean, obviously, Stranger Things has a lot of nostalgia type things like that. What can you tell me about your character in this upcoming fourth season?
yeah, man. Yeah, so Argyle's a pizza delivery boy who is like best buds with Jonathan Byers, and he whatchamacallit, he sort of serves as like a I guess part of his like, friendship package is he's also Jonathan's like unofficial like therapist shrink or whatever. He's there to hear him out, because of the end of the third season. It ended off like pretty, in a heartbreak kind of like
Right.
it was like Jonathan and Nancy had like this promise that they made to each other, and it's like, oh, we'll try long distance, and it's like long distance in the 80s, yo, when it was like it's
No text
crazy. Like,
messages.
yeah, no instant nothing. No
Yeah.
instant nothing. It's either a letter, phone call, and if you call, you better hope they answered. If they don't, if you could leave a message, that's great. If not, whatever. It's so weird, yeah, how they like did that, right? And so he's like, he's going through without like spoiling anything, he's going through something in
Yeah.
regards to that, and he just, he's the only person he's got there to hear him out is Argyle, which is kind of nice, obviously, for Jonathan to finally have someone to,
Yeah.
air out to.
Yeah, because he's
But
been kind of that kind of not really loner because he's had his girlfriend and
yeah,
stuff, but he, especially the
yeah,
first season, he was like that loner a little bit, and
yeah,
but yeah, that's
yeah,
it's cool that he's got someone now. Because I refreshed my memory on the third season, he moved away, right? Or did she?
yeah,
Yeah, okay, for
yeah. The
school, right?
buyers,
Or no,
yeah,
they
the
all moved away.
buyers, yeah, the whole family moved
Yeah,
because of the recent things that happened in because of the crazy stuff that went down in Hawkins. So Joyce and them Joyce was like the mom, Winona. She was like, it's not safe out here, man.
yeah. Now,
It's crazy.
obviously, this is coming after Booksmart, which was a huge, indie, success. Did you get the call for Stranger Things like after that? Like what was the timeline with all that, with like the success of Booksmart, and then when you got the call for Stranger Things?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. No, I mean, well, yeah, it was after, but it wasn't like immediately after Booksmart. It was like the end of 2019. It was like October, November, where I first like auditioned. Like I sent some tapes for Stranger Things, and then and then I heard back like beginning of the following year, which was 2020. I heard back they called me in for a in-person audition, and uh and then I did that, and
And
then
then
whatchamacallit, and then after it was so cool. The executive producer, director, showrunner, Sean Levy, he like called me basically. Yeah, he called me one night after I'd already auditioned in person. He like called me and he was like, dude, they well my reps, they said, hey man, this guy's gonna call you. That's what they said. So just by the way, it wasn't like out of the blue. They were like, hey
right,
man, by
yeah.
the way, this dude wants to call you and talk to you. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's sick. And then like he calls me and he's just like, Eduardo, what's up, man? He introduced himself. I was like, fucking, what's up, bro? He was so random, so crazy. And like he was like, dude, give me another read, but like I want you to read this scene. And he like sent me a different part. Or I think it was a different scene. I don't know if we
Yeah.
did that in the initial audition, but
Okay.
he was like, you know, and give me something, whatever he asked for. And then like I sent it to him, and then like like the next week, I think they were like, hey, can you fly out? You're in. Can you fly out to Atlanta to do a table read? And it was pretty bonkers. But to
Yeah.
add to that timeline, all this went down, and at the same time, it's so crazy. Like I found out about this, and I just like I'll never forget. It's so crazy. Like Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike in the show, he had actually gotten the script like ahead of time, obviously, and when he saw the part of Argyle, he approached the Duffer Brothers, the creators of the show. He approached them and Sean about Argyle's character. He was like, "Hey, do you guys have anyone for Argyle yet?" And they're like, "No, we're working on it." And he was like, "There's this guy Eduardo who I saw in Booksmart." And he was like,
Ah.
"You guys should get him." This was before Finn even knew me. He just
Oh,
saw
wow.
me in that movie, which was
Yeah.
so crazy because it's just so weird how
Yeah.
things happen sometimes, man. Like even
Right.
for the part in Booksmart, like I auditioned for a part in it that I remember when I got the audition, I knew I was not gonna get that part. I was like, I'm not the guy for this part. But I was like, let's just still go audition because
Yeah.
you never know, right?
Don't know if you don't
So
ask.
exactly. So at the audition, which was bonkers, I even got there late because of some other shit that was going on that day. It was so crazy. But when I get there, I didn't know Olivia Wilde was going to be in the room, and she was.
Oh,
And she like, I don't know, I guess she like fucked with me or something. She was just like, dude, Eduardo. She thought I was funny. I made her laugh, and like, she
that's
literally. I found out later, yeah, through them that like she came up with my character in that movie. She was like, we got to put Eduardo in the movie somehow. And they just made up the character Theo, threw me in the movie, and it's like,
wow.
and because of that, then Finn saw that movie and saw me in it, and then was like, "Let's get Eduardo in Stranger Things."
I'm.
Basically,
I mean, yeah, that's got to be
it's
incredibly.
all weird. Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah, it's
all
got to be
it's a giant
incredibly.
spider web. Yeah,
I can't imagine the feeling or, the flattering feeling you must get of a
uh huh.
character being created because they liked you. Like, that's got to be just like, what? Like,
Yeah, yeah, man.
you're creating a
Exactly.
character for me? Like,
It's incredible. Yeah, it's I can't.
yeah,
I don't know.
that's
I don't know what to say. I'm like speechless with stuff like
no,
that, and I carry it with me all the time, and like it almost feels weird to talk about it, but like I figured, it's probably like I want to give flowers, when they're
right.
needed to be given. I don't know if that saying, but like
Yeah, no,
I'm just trying to give,
yeah,
vocally put that out in the universe that I appreciate like everyone that takes the time to give a shit about me. You know what I mean? Because they don't
yeah.
have to. There's nobody, nobody fucking owes me anything or nobody, nobody owes anybody anything, you know? People don't
Well,
have to give a shit. But like it's so crazy that like the way it worked out, it's like I'm like mad, just mad grateful and mad appreciative of
Well, and
like
it's
for everybody.
also awesome that Finn did that, because I mean it's essentially your work spoke for itself. Like you didn't have to go out and solicit yourself. Like your previous work spoke for itself, and you were then approached. Like that's got to be an amazing feeling as well. Just you know
Yeah.
people
Nah,
obviously
yeah.
took something from what you did, and yeah, that's awesome, man. That's kudos to you for that.
Dude,
um
I'm like that's why I'm like, dude, I'm like I don't even I'm like, dude, I'm like, I'm your boy, I'm your dog, whatever you ever like. It's so crazy, like it's, and they like Olivia Wilde never held anything like that over me, and like, and Finn's
right.
never ever held anything like that over me. Been like, you owe me or anything. No, dude, they were just like, why not, bro? They like to them, they're just like, why not? It's just so crazy. Like for me, I was like, you're fucking dog. Like you put me on. Like you did not need to do that, especially because you didn't even really, you don't even know me or anything. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
crazy. Like
that
I'm mad. I'm super like grateful for them, man. I
no,
appreciate them so much.
definitely. Just don't get a big head, man. Don't get a big head over it, and
No,
because
hell no.
I'm just
No, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, that's why I
yeah,
feel
no,
weird talking about this out loud because I'm like, I want to, like, I almost like love keeping some things to myself
right,
just
yeah,
because they're for me. But I also know that, like, that, I have to give the thanks when it's due. And like, it's like, people like that in this industry, like, it's so crazy. Like, a lot of times all you hear is like all the scummy stuff, dude. But like,
right, yeah,
no, man, there's some light at the end of that tunnel, man. There are good people out there, yo. It's so crazy. Like
yeah.
you just
That's
have to uh, just jump on it and like appreciate every little bit of it, and
sure,
like
yeah,
remember carry that shit with you, man, because that's what
uh,
I do. I'm like talking to
absolutely.
myself right now.
No, you're good. No, I love it. I love when
Yeah.
guests talk. It makes my job easier. So, no, yeah, you're good, man. No, I love the humble attitude and the just being grateful. I mean, yeah, just hold on to that, man. It looks good on
Yeah.
you. So don't become one of those conceited people who
Fuck
are
no,
full of
man. I don't
themselves. Yeah,
ever want to do that.
I know you
That's the
wouldn't. You
thing that
wouldn't.
freaks me out, man. That's the shit
Yeah,
that freaks me out, man, is I'm always like I feel like I'm like living in a different dimension sometimes. I'm like staring at myself all the time. I'm like, what are you
right.
doing, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, don't make sure you don't do that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. Like, it's so crazy. The
That's
constant, like, fucking always like that, man. I'm always
yeah.
like in my head, I guess. I
No, it's
don't know.
no. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Are you allowed to
Yeah.
say like how much you're in the show, like how many episodes you're in,
Uh,
what kind of role you play, other than being there for
yeah.
Jonathan?
I mean, I'm in this show. I'm in this
I'm
season.
in it.
I don't know if what technically I'm
It's
allowed to say or what
yeah.
not to say.
Nah, you're good. Yeah.
I hope, besides like, besides like, like Brett's character, where he's like, he's fucking hilarious. Like, I hope like I can add something to
Yeah.
that beautiful pot of funniness, that Brett brings to this show, that he's been bringing to the show. I hope I can add a little bit more seasoning to that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because he's just like dude,
Well, yeah,
like
it's a
he's so
heavy
funny.
show, so you need those, that sprinkling of humor in there. Like
Yeah,
it's,
you need
because
some.
it
Yeah,
can,
exactly. I hope I could, along with Brett, like I said, like we could cleanse some palates with all
exactly,
the
yeah.
madness that's going on in the show. Like, dude, working with him and Winona, we worked on like I worked with him for like one day for this one scene, and like that was like the funniest, most funnest like scene to like shoot. At least that I can remember. I think like I'm not like saying that now. There's probably other ones. I don't know, but like that
Yeah.
was like right now I
It's
can
one
bring
that
up
stood
like
out to you.
yeah, it was so fun to do. It was like this dinner scene and like fuck man, Brett is so quick, and then like and Winona was just like dude, she's the coolest person ever, man. She's so awesome, dude. Like
Yeah,
Um,
that's well,
just like
it's
that's some. Sorry, what was that?
no. I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, first of all, she's been in the business forever, so you got that like star power, with her meeting her like starstruck. But then you got these other kids who have grown up with this show and become famous because of this show. So you're also working with
Yeah,
them, these new up and comers. Like that's just got to be like you're getting the best of both worlds there, which
straight
is
up, dog.
great.
Like
Yeah,
you just said right now, she's been in the game for so long. Like just that is like I love that you said that because like that is an example. Like a lot of times people at that level, actors or actresses or whatever, uh, they'll like sometimes like on set like usually they have trailers right at base camp and stuff, and a lot of times like they'll even have a trailer on the side on set. Like if set is like far away, obviously from base camp, they'll
right.
have a trailer for them right outside, and like so whenever they're like, all right, you can go relax or whatever, they'll go to their own trailer and be separate from like the rest of like cast holding, which is like some
Yeah.
green room or something. And for her, like she was chilling with us in one of the bedrooms in the house where we were filming this
Oh man.
crowded ass house
Yeah.
in a bedroom. Literally, I'm telling you, there was a queen size bed. There was big ass furniture, obviously everything, all the set deck, everything is from the 80s. So everything is big and bulky. Nothing
Right.
was about saving space back then, So there's like this crowded room with like all like six of us. It
Yeah.
was so many people in the same room, and like she was chilling in there with us and chatting it up, like fucking hanging out. We were all playing like poker and stuff. Like it was so fucking cool. Like someone like Winona, like she don't got to be fucking wasting time with us fucking knuckleheads. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like she don't
Yeah.
have to be
Yeah. She
fucking around
can.
with us.
Yeah.
She was there chilling, man. That
Yeah.
just says a lot about a person, like at that level, man. It's like, man, it's just
Yeah.
like it don't matter how long you've been in the game, whatever, bro. Just fucking chill, dude.
Exactly.
Just
And
chill.
I love it too because yeah, it's that's a great example for the young actors she's there with. It's yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome
man.
that she's like that. Now I we can briefly get into this a little bit. We like to have people who are in the business on to break down a movie just because it gives us more light into what inspires them and why maybe even they got into the business, things like that. You
Uh
chose to
huh.
talk about Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Why did you pick this
Yeah,
film?
dude. That's like, oh man, that's. I don't shut the fuck up about that movie, man. That's like that. That's all I fucking talk about. Oh, you know, like it, and I reference that movie all the time. Oh, it's kind of like it every time. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, that's like. I think it's like my. I want to say I have so many favorite movies out there. There's so many movies out
Yeah,
there I
it's
love, right? Like that's one that I feel like every time I put it on, I could just watch it again as soon as it ended. As
yeah.
soon as it, I'm just like, I watch it over and over again. Stranded on a deserted island, pick a movie. Like that's the movie that I would take with me. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I love it, and it's like, well, but it's the sequel. It's the second one. It's like, yeah, dude, how how many other sequels can you name out there that like top
E-
the first one? It's
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
crazy, and like in an incredible way. Like I was like, dude, I always nerd out with my buddy about like how like Sarah Connor is like, dude, like she's like my favorite character in
Yeah.
any sort of movie ever. Like her, I mean, people talk about it's so funny. People are like so worried about like character development, character development. My guy, that is the
My
sickest
God.
character development. You watch her in the first movie, man, Linda Hamilton. She's sweet. She works as a server. She's like roommates, in an apartment.
Exactly.
Everything's
Yeah.
fine. And then the shit hits the fan, and the shit that hits the fan is insane. It's like there's a cyborg from the future
Yeah,
that's here to kill you,
exactly.
and like your unborn son is like the destined messiah, the savior of the human race. And she's just like, okay, takes it all in. And then like in the second one, it opens up with what? They locked her the fuck up, man. She's
Right.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. She's fucking crazy. And she's yeah, it opens up, man, and she's fucking doing those pull-ups, yo. And she just first thing she
Exactly.
says,
Yeah.
"Good morning, Dr. Silverman. How's the knee?" And you're like, I don't even
Damn.
need to see
Yeah.
the fucking moment. It's so crazy. Like
Right.
what like I can only imagine what went down, and then like dude, just like her fucking speech in that videotape. Fuck, man, when she goes off on how like everybody not wearing 2 million sunblocks can have a real bad day. She's talking about the nuke. Fuck, man, like her
Yeah.
performance is so sick. Her character, like you could say it's like I don't know, man. It's like the definition of like tough love, yo. Like
Yeah.
she just like it's all love for her son because she's like, you are so important.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea. And he's just like, fuck, mom, I just want you to be my mom. And he's like, I don't have time to just be your mom right now, bro. I gotta get you ready. It's so
Exactly.
crazy. Like
Yeah. Well,
I don't know, I just love everything about that movie. Sorry, go on.
no, no, I love the passion. This is what this show's all about. Is yeah, we love when people are passionate about what the film we're talking about. And yeah, yeah, like you were saying about the first one. Like I definitely have a soft spot. I think this is the better movie, but I do have a soft spot for the original. But yeah,
Absolutely.
like you said, it's a rarity where sequels top the first. I just love the whole paradox of in the first one of how he was sent to essentially protect Sarah Connor, and
Yeah.
he's ends up being the father of the savior. Like it's like
Yeah,
that
Kyle
paradox,
Reese.
and
Yeah. Oh man,
it's
it's so
just
yeah, that
yeah.
dude.
But then in
It's
this one,
so
they
crazy.
do a similar thing of basically he invented the cyborg T800 from the
Uh-huh.
arm that was left over from what happened,
In the
with
first movie.
in the first movie.
It's
So it's
so
like so
crazy.
it was
Yeah.
created because he went back in time, but how would he have gone back in time if it wasn't created in the first place? Like it's that paradox. I
There's so many
love
different, yeah, so many
yeah.
different split like timelines and realities
Right.
where it's like
Yeah.
you're watching the first movie and like you're seeing as soon as they go back, as soon as like Kyle Reese and the Terminator land in like 1980, I think it's four. As soon as they land there, they're like, it's like you're already watching a different timeline. It's not the
Yeah.
original one anymore.
Right.
Like it did
Exactly.
not go the way it was supposed to originally go. It's so weird when you start thinking about that, and it just never ends. It makes your mind explode. It's so weird. Like
Yeah.
it's so and
Well,
like later on in the future, John Connor knows he's like, I'm gonna have to meet this guy Kyle, and I'm gonna have to
yeah.
tell him, my guy, you gotta go back in time, protect my mom, and you
Right.
gotta make sure you boink my mom, because if you don't boink
Exactly.
my mom, this
Yeah.
you don't exist. Because Kyle Reese was like born and raised in like the future, right?
Right.
In like the in the during the those dark times. So like
Exactly.
it's so
Yeah.
crazy. It's like it's so weird how it's all they just
I
know what's gonna come. It's so crazy.
yeah, yeah, again, I love that yeah, that kind of twists, and mind bends that are thrown at you in these movies. And yeah, I mean and then
Yeah.
obviously T1000 in this movie, the new technology of being able to shapeshift and, go through things and, become like that liquid metal. That was,
Yeah.
obviously
Dude,
iconic now.
I
It's yeah.
follow I follow the Stan Winston account on Instagram. That's probably the only thing that I sit and watch all day long. Because when they like share all these like behind the scenes of like different movies that they worked on, and like when they show the stuff for like that like Terminator 2 when they were like doing the T1000 effects, it's so fascinating, dude. It's the shit that like made me fall in love with movies, man. It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's so brilliant for sci-fi and just cinema in general. And then I do want to ask you this: are you a Schwarzenegger guy?
I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude. It fucking oh man, I have a section of his right here in my movies. It's I don't know how to flip this thing. Can you flip it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we
So I
go.
have there's the first one, right? I need to
Look
reorganize
at
because
you
I
with the
have
look at you with the
yes.
VHSs.
So we start at Total Recall. I got Commando. I got Twins, Eraser, True Lies. I got T2, baby. I got Conan. And then that's not even the coolest one. This is my favorite thing right here. Where is it? I got to find it.
And for those listening, yeah, he's got all these. They're not DVDs; they're VHSs. This guy is retro, folks. He is
I
retro. Look
got,
at
let me
that.
hit you with the laser disc real quick.
Oh
Let me see
man,
if I can find it. It's so hard to read on this thing. Yeah, that's Total Recall. Here it is.
man.
Here it is.
Oh
Here it is,
snap.
baby. So I have the special edition of Terminator 2
Oh,
on
look at
Laserdisc.
that.
That cover art, man. Didn't you say I don't like anything else?
It's gorgeous. Love
That's
it.
my girl right there.
Yep. Oh
There
man.
is no fate but what we make for ourselves. She's gonna blow him away. Come on. Yeah, dude. I love that movie, yo.
Oh, that is great. Love it. And how crazy is his filmography? You got all those action movies and then Twins and Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's so crazy, Arnold, man.
Yeah.
Dude, Commando, that movie. I've probably seen that
Oh,
movie so many times,
that's just
dude.
pure.
Like,
That's just pure fun. That's just like pure action movie. Like that's just. I love that.
dude, the thing is, what's crazy about like all those movies, like the Arnold ones, and like Stallone, and like all those old movies from the '80s and stuff. I grew up watching them. A lot of times, I would watch them uh, in Spanish, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, because like I would hang out at my cousin's house in Mexico, like on the weekends all the time, or like in the summers. And I remember when I first saw Terminator 2, my cousin was like, "Hey, they're gonna play Terminator 2 on TV today." I was like, "No way!" And then blew me away, dude. I didn't even
How
know. I
old were
didn't
you when you
know.
first saw it?
Dude, it's like I can remember being a child, man. It's like I remember it was in my uncle's room, and the TV. He had an old Zenith TV. It was like up on this tall ass. I mean, it used to look really tall. Probably wasn't that tall when I was a kid. It looked tall. This
Yeah.
tall ass like drawer thing, and it was
Okay.
all the way at the top. Fucking antenna, yo. And it was like that movie, and the same thing with Predator. Same thing with
Oh
Predator. I remember
yes.
when he was like, "Yo, you ever watch Depredador?" Predator, and I was like, "No, what is that?" And he's like, "Get ready," and I was like, "Oh, it's Arnold, hell yeah!" And
Yeah.
this movie, yo, when they finally revealed what it looked like, yo, what the Predator looked like when he comes out the water, and it just like the camo comes off, crazy, yo. I can talk
That
about this shit forever, yo.
Yeah, same here, man. It's yeah, if when we have more time, we should have you on again where we can really get deep and get down dirty into one of these films. But yeah, no, I'm so glad you chose this, and I love the passion you have for it. It's great to hear, and the fans will love hearing it as well.
Yeah.
Is there one thing that we missed about Stranger Things that you wanted to say, or did we cover everything there?
Um, I think so.
Just see it, just
Again, I
watch
can
it,
go
right?
on about go. Please go watch it. Yeah,
Yeah,
please go watch it. Go watch it. Please go sit in your living room and watch it,
and
or go sit on the
exactly.
toilet and watch it on your phone. Whatever,
And
man.
this
You can
is
watch it anywhere now.
so this is Netflix. So it's are they dropping them all at once, or is it a week
They're
at a time?
dropping Volume One, which is, I believe it's the first 7 episodes. I might be wrong. I believe it's
Yeah,
seven
so
episodes. I
a
might be wrong.
chunk
I think it's that though. It's a good chunk, right? A good chunk. And then,
7. Yep.
yes, okay. And then, yeah, and then Volume Two's coming out later. I'm not sure what that date is. I don't want to say the wrong date.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll have our fans Google it. Just Google it, folks, and then you'll
Just
find it.
Google
So
it. Yeah.
just Google it,
No.
bro. But yeah, Volume One drops this. Well, at the time of this recording, this Friday. Hopefully, get this episode out maybe tomorrow. And so yeah, see it Friday, folks. Eduardo, where can people find you on social media anywhere?
Yeah, man. I'm on the gram. Dumb Wardo. Dumb
Oh,
bitches with internet. Go check it out, baby.
it's not big, stupid, fat, booty ass bitch.
Yo.
That's not what it is. Okay, that's good to
That's
know.
so funny.
Uh,
That's me though.
when
That
I
is
saw that
literally
come when I saw that come up, I was like, "Whoa, what is this? What is this the
I'm
right?"
so sorry,
No,
bro.
I love it. I love it. It just was like, "Is this the right guy?
Am I
Is it
getting hacked? Who
Cecilia?"
is this?
But no, man, I really appreciate you coming on. You're welcome back anytime. Would love to have more time with you and break down a film. But thanks so much for coming on, my man.
Oh, are you sure, man? I'm not gonna shut the fuck up, man. If we're talking about movies like Terminator and stuff, I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. You'd be sitting there for hours, yo.
Good. More content for me. So, you know.
I can recite the whole damn movie for you, man. I didn't want to do it, but I could literally do it. I could literally do the whole Sarah Connor speech in that tape, yo.
That's
on August 29th, 1997. It's gonna feel pretty fucking real to you too, baby. I can say the whole damn thing. All right, bro. Take care.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was Eduardo Franco. Be sure to check out Stranger Things, May 27th. It'll be on Netflix. Again, follow him on Instagram and all that jazz. Again, you can follow us at BlockbusterCast on Twitter, Blockbuster Mentality on Instagram, and go to our website, blockbustermentality.com. That's where you get all the updates on the show. But that is it for me, folks. For Eduardo, I'm Ben, and as always, grab some popcorn, grab some snacks. We'll catch you guys at the movies.